truckers' language and law, why ICE is revoking licenses, and what it means for the industry. Today, we're diving into a hot topic making waves in the trucking industry. Reports of ICE terminating licenses and deporting thousands of truckers who reportedly can't speak English. This isn't just about language, it's tied to safety regulations, immigration enforcement, and the broader economy. We'll look at the facts, the background, and what it means moving forward. Stick around, and let's get into it. First off, let's clarify the rules. Federal law has long required commercial driver's license holders to have sufficient English proficiency to read road signs, communicate with inspectors, and handle safety protocols. This stems from the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration guidelines, which emphasize that drivers must be able to converse in English during inspections and emergencies for public safety. In recent months, under heightened enforcement from the Trump administration, the Department of Transportation and states have ramped up checks. For instance, at least 3,000 truckers have been removed from U.S. roads after failing roadside English proficiency tests. This crackdown revised penalties that were somewhat relaxed in previous years, now putting non-compliant drivers out of service immediately. States like Florida and Texas are leading the charge. In Florida, investigators at weigh stations are verifying licenses and immigration status, leading to arrests and deportations for undocumented drivers who fail English tests. One report highlighted how unauthorized immigrants with out-of-state licenses, like from New Jersey, could face deportation if caught driving commercially in Florida. Similarly, Texas has ordered its Department of Public Safety to halt issuing new interstate commercial licenses to those unable to communicate in English. Now, on the deportation side, ICE has been involved when drivers are found to be in the country illegally. Reports indicate around 1,500 migrants have been removed from trucking jobs due to aggressive enforcement of these language requirements. In one case, 40 Mexican truckers lost their U.S. highway privileges specifically for lacking English skills. However, not all affected drivers are being deported. Many are U.S. residents or legal immigrants who simply need to improve their English to regain compliance. This enforcement aims to enhance road safety, as proponents argue that clear communication prevents accidents. For example, new rules proposed by Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy would mandate stricter English tests for future CDL applicants. On the flip side, critics worry about exacerbating the national trucker shortage, which could drive up shipping costs and affect supply chains. Some states, like California, are offering reprieves or alternative paths for non-English speakers in interstate roles. It's worth noting that this isn't new policy. It's an existing one being strictly applied now. Thousands with minor offenses or none at all have been caught in broader ICE operations. But the focus here is on professional qualifications. If you're in the industry, consider brushing up on English resources or consulting legal experts to stay compliant. No English, no commercial driving. Crackdown on truckers speeds up. New enforcement policy. The U.S. government, under the Trump administration, has intensified enforcement of existing rules requiring truck drivers to demonstrate proficiency in English, both spoken and written. This applies during roadside inspections, weigh station checks, and communication with inspectors. Reason for enforcement. Officials argue that being able to read and understand road signs is critical for safety. A driver who cannot comprehend warnings like road closed ahead could be involved in fatal crashes. The recent case of Harjinder Singh, a California licensed trucker accused of causing a deadly crash in Florida and failing an English test, intensified scrutiny. Statistics and impact. Over 3,000 truckers have been removed from U.S. roads in the last 2 months for failing the English test. States like Texas, Tennessee, Wyoming, Iowa, and Arizona have seen the highest numbers. However, experts say there's no clear data linking crashes directly to language barriers. Test structure. Truckers must answer 14 verbal questions and identify 37 road signs in English. In one case, Singh only answered 2 out of 12 questions correctly and identified 1 sign. Industry support and safety goals. Many trucking associations, including the American Trucking Associations, support uniform enforcement, citing improved road safety. The government is also tightening rules on medical paperwork and is exploring withholding highway safety funding from non-compliant states. concerns over racial profiling and uneven enforcement. Critics warn that enforcement may lead to bias profiling, especially in states where officers might act on implicit biases. States like California have issued far fewer violations than others, raising concerns about inconsistency. Wider issues in trucking. Fake IDs, fraudulent licensing, and unscrupulous trucking companies contribute to the problem. Some schools issue licenses to unqualified drivers, and undocumented immigrants use forged documents to secure credentials. These practices compromise safety and inflate insurance costs. Balancing safety and livelihoods. Inspectors are cautious to ensure drivers aren't penalized unfairly due to accidents or misunderstanding. Drivers removed from service are escorted safely and can appeal decisions. Authorities emphasize they want to protect both public safety and truckers' livelihoods. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Truckers' language and law, why ICE is revoking licenses and what it means for the industry. The US government under the Trump administration has intensified enforcement of exciting English proficiency requirements for commercial truck drivers, citing public safety concerns. Drivers must read road signs and communicate with the inspectors during emergencies, but recent crackdowns have removed over 3,000 truckers from the road for failing language tests. States like Florida and Texas are leading enforcement with vague station checks, uncovering undocumented drivers, leading to arrest and deportation. ICE has deported around 1,500 migrants due to non-compliance, while others are legal residents needing to improve language skills. Transferation Secretary Sean Duffy proposed stricter tests for new applicants. Opponents argue that clear communication prevents accidents, while critics warn it worsens the trucker shortage and may promote racial profiling. With thousands affected, trucking associations support uniform safety standards, though concerns remain about inconsistent enforcement. The crackdown underscores balancing road safety with a livelihood, urging drivers to enhance English skills or seek legal advice.